mile track. They'll be here in a second. Robbie drifted up. I had to back off, and I got hit from behind from Hollingsworth. It's unfortunate.
We've got trouble. We've got trouble. Big trouble out of turn number 2 and midway down the straightaway. Eliseo Salazar is involved,
and
as is John Hollingsworth. Tice Carlson also being called into play. You can see him in the left-hand side of your screen.
You see Hollingsworth is moving around. That's definitely a good sign. And how about Eliseo Salazar? A year ago, in practice before this race, he was also involved in a very serious crash. Hollingsworth showing his disappointment there with his fist. This, for Salazar, was supposed to be the final stage to his rehabilitation after having so many bones in his body broken in this crash a year ago. Comes back and now involved in an early incident with Hollingsworth.
So we are working on our third caution of the afternoon, and this is a big one. Cars have slowed down to a crawl because we've got an accident on the backstretch. Welcome back to Dover, where we are still under the third caution of the day. I'm Jack Arute with Vince Welch, Jari Lyondike, Calvin Fish, and Steve Rogie. You see the crew working on the remains of one of the cars involved, John Hollingsworth. Here's why.
Watch Eliseo Salazar come through the green and yellow car. Gets upside down on the side as he scrapes along the wall. We'll show you why the accident occurred. Here's Salazar coming through. Now watch, we'll stop it. Look, his wing is down in the rear wing. Just folded down on the backside.
There you see it behind the car. The car is totally out of control here. He hits the wall, the car gets launched and is on the side, but luckily enough for Salazar, comes back on its wheels pretty quickly.
Unbelievable. 2 major incidents for Salazar here in the last 2 years. And then John Hollingsworth, who's now been in 2 situations.
2, and he is very, very frustrated. So Calvin Fish is down with his crew chief and team manager, Calvin.
Mark Wider is the crew chief, and Mark, it's been a tough day on this bull ring for the young rookie.
Yeah, it sure has. We got just involved with the Cheever incident just a few laps ago and had to change the front wing and front nose box assembly. And the Lycos boys did a great job, got the thing done. We stayed on the lead lap. We were just biding our time. We were hoping we could do this in just one more stop from where everything was at. And I guess Salazar, it looked like from the replay that his wing fell off or broke off. And John tried to go down low almost to the pit apron to avoid, and he got caught up in the mess. And we're done. There's no fixing this one like Atlanta. We're done for the day.
For an update on the Salazar perspective, let's turn to Steve Rogie.
We have Bob Nienhaus, Eliseo Salazar's car owner. Bob, it looked like the wing fell off the car before the accident began. Do you have any idea what happened?
No, we don't know at this point, but from the replay, it's apparent that the rear wing collapsed. Whether it was hit or something happened, I don't know, but I'll tell you the whole Cristal team is very proud of Eliseo. Everybody knows the story of his comeback this last year from the crash he had here, and from the 6th lap in practice, he's been flat out and very aggressive. Today we had a little bit push in the beginning. We solved that, and the car was operating very well, so we're just glad that Eliseo's okay.
Quick question, he is doing all right?
He's doing fine.
All right, very good news there.
Indeed, that is good news. You know, a couple of days ago, this is what happened to Greg Ray. We told you about it before. Another wing collapses, but in that case, it was going into turn number 1, and
Greg Ray was able to.
But Greg Ray was able to maintain control. When he got sideways, it was in turn number 1. He rode without a wing all the way down the front straightaway. Today, Greg Ray is in 2nd spot. And you know what it brings to mind as we work this caution? We want to say a quick elite position, and his former driving instructor from high school is his spotter. No spotter needed right now.
Close.
Side by side and way down low goes Mark Dismore. They touch.
Yeah, it was so close. It was just, oh, what a pity.
A hard hit for Mark Dismore and Stefan Gregoire. With 11 laps to go, Dismore, who started on the pole, was running in 3rd, collided with Stefan Gregoire, who was in 2nd. They rubbed, they traded paint, and all of a sudden, the caution has come out once again here at the Mbna Mid-Atlantic 200. 5th caution of the afternoon here at Dover Downs International Speedway. We are still under the 5th caution of the afternoon because of this.
Very close, very tight here. Nobody's fault, really, just a racing accident. It doesn't take much to just touch each other, get tangled up, and then go into the wall together like they did.
Now, that wall is steel boilerplate 3/4 inch thick.
tough break for both of these drivers. Racing incident, obviously, but they were running second and third, a legitimate shot at the victory, and were trying to get around Greg Ray as well as you see him come into the turn 4.
You know, at this stage of the race with just a few laps to go, Mark Dismer was on the inside of Stefan Gregoire going into turn 3. Very close here. And he goes up the track a little bit too much. And they tangle.
We talk about the boilerplate wall. When you hit it at 179 to 180 miles an hour, you can move it back a couple of inches. We are just a moments away from resuming to the green. As you can see the scars from that crash on that boilerplate. And boy, Greg Ray is your leader. Buddy Lazier, Ari, does have a shot.